Hello everybody and welcome back. This is D-Train, and today is actually the first episode in my new Road to Top 200 US series, where of course I will be going for the leaderboard in the United States for Top 200. Currently the person in last place there is 3,730-ish. So it is pretty up there, but I think we can do it, and I look forward to working my way up there. Obviously, that'll take some time. The highest I've ever been is probably somewhere around 3,400. So I am, I will have to go quite a bit higher than that. But it shouldn't really be a big issue. So this, I ran out of barbarians, scouting out for giant bombs, and then I ended up not having anything to cover for my witches. So I did drop a freeze spell. I probably would have waited and made sure that I absolutely had to, but I didn't think it was necessary because this base really shouldn't provide any problems. I mean, both Infernos are set to single target, which means the freeze spells aren't as important as they would be if they had both been on multi-target. Mainly because I save a lot of witches now to go towards the center, so my wizards take a while to get taken out by a single target. I decided to freeze them. Normally for wall breakers I wouldn't freeze the single target Inferno side, but I decided to do it because I only had 4 wall breakers left, so I needed to. Giant Bomb took out all of my wizards. So well-placed Giant Bomb. Didn't notice the space there. Had I noticed, I think I would have attacked from the other side, because the other side was the complete opposite, except it didn't have a Giant Bomb gap. But I was able to use my hero abilities and get everything out of the way in the center compartment there. My queen still almost had full health, and my king was still alive also. So that was pretty solid. This is my next attack after that one. In this series, I won't actually be showing every single attack that I have, just because I think it's going to be a lot of attacks, getting up to 3,700. So I'll be selective for now. And I will show fails, as well as, attacks that I win that are just really, really bad. A lot of times I like, on my channel, I show some better attacks. Oh, I will say that last video with those fully maxed bases, those were 3 in a row, so I didn't actually get very selective with those, because where I was, I don't know why I dropped the freeze there, let me just say that. But yeah, that last video, I didn't really have any problems with any of those bases. They weren't actually great attacks, but I just wanted to show 3, and I was actually a lot lower in Master 1 at that point, so it took a lot of searching just to find those 3 fully maxed bases to attack, because you don't really see a ton of them until you get a little higher in Champions League. So for some reason I decided to let this go, let my queen get some gold, I guess. Although resources aren't really important at all for me right now, because I'm trying to push. For some reason I decided to let the witches' skeletons go for that elixir storage. There were 3 elixir storages left, and only 16,000 elixir, which of course means that I just took a minute to do that for 4,000 elixir. I can't really explain it, but that was actually the raid that brought me back into Champions League. It was a plus 19, which is pretty good. I like to try to find around 30, but up over 3,300 trophies, I'll pretty much take anything over 21 trophies total. So this is actually a defense, because I'm going to try to show some defenses. This base, I actually have had more wins with this than most of my bases that I make. And I think it's because it looks easier than it is. It's not like an extremely difficult base to attack or anything, but it does a solid enough job. And this guy probably waited too long to put his heroes in because they're all by themselves, and that Barbarian King is going to go down in 2 seconds to that single target. That was the biggest mistake he made, is attacking this base from the multi-target Inferno side rather than the single. So if you attack from the single side, then you get that out of the way, and then you only have to worry about a multi that doesn't do a whole lot of damage to your heroes. And it's just a lot easier attacking from the single target side. And so this attack will stop at 48%. I skipped past that because he just sat there for a long time. I don't even know that he had troops. I don't know what happened. But yeah, plus 21, so that brought me up to 3,252 trophies. Obviously, there were a couple attacks in between. And this attack I wanted to show you guys because I thought people might learn something from this. This is how I attack a Southern Teaser base. You may have seen how Galadon attacks them. He's very good attacking that way. I think this way is a little easier, maybe a little more foolproof. Because what I do is, I basically attack from the southern tip there, the very, very bottom, and then I attack towards the north up there. And as you'll see, now what's left is all my troops going for just this little block of buildings here, which then leads directly into the inside of the base. So I ended up actually using a free spell on the single target side there a couple of times, mainly because there were a lot of wizards there and witches, and there was a mortar and a wizard tower in right next to it in the center there, so I wanted to make sure that they didn't splash damage and get all of my wizards and witches. So basically, I just destroyed the center of the base because all of my troops pretty much went in there, and that's why I attack it this way, because you can be 100% sure which direction the troops are going to go in. Because I've had troubles with this base in the past where my king, and I'm sure most people have if they have attacked this base with gowiwi, where your king and queen either go down outside or up top on this base when you try to attack it from the side. It's just very difficult. So that was a plus 18 trophies, 66%. That's going to be the last replay from this. That brings me to 3,308 total trophies. So I hope you enjoyed this first episode. Please leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already. And have a great day.